We back with another one. This time we gonna talk about this car. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dolo, back with another one. Back for another yap session. It's not even a video at this point, it's just a yap session. But today we're gonna be talking about the E92 M3 and why I think this is the best M car that you can buy. We're gonna go for a little mountain drive, get some POVs, talk, do a complete walk around of the car, just to give you guys a quick little introduction of it before we go anywhere. This is my 2008 BMW M3. It is a pre-LCI, as you can tell by the taillights. This car has been with me longer than any car I've ever had. I've owned it for about 3 years, which is a tremendous amount of time when you're a car enthusiast with ADHD. As you can see, we got some F80 513Ms on it. Alpine white. I have the poverty spec sunroof edition. No carbon fiber roof, but we do have some carbon fiber right here. Some carbon fiber front splitters. We have got carbon fiber spoiler in the back. Little diffuser. You guys are really going to enjoy the POVs, because we also have a Bomiz exhaust. I know you can't really see, but this thing is loud. And then, if you don't already know, last but not least, we've got a man's mission right here. Oh, give it a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So we're finna get active today. We'll be driving up to the mountains, getting some POVs, talking about the car. And I genuinely do think that this is one of the best cars that you can buy. I'm gonna give you all the reasons why. So let's get right into it. This is not edited in true E92 fashion. We are starting this video off with the check engine light. But for those of you guys who don't know, BMWs are like routers. Sometimes you just have to turn them off and then turn them back on again, and then it goes away. Hopefully. It's gone. See? It's like it never happened. Like, why does that light even come up? Who cares about it? No, in all seriousness, this car is catless, so occasionally it does throw a code for O2 sensor heaters. The car has these little things that warm up the catalytic converters, and I don't have catalytic converters, so randomly, like once every 6 months, I get a check engine light when I turn the car on telling me that my cats are not heating up, and it is because I don't have cats. Well, for the second video in a row, we are at the gas pump, because I am forever on E. Especially with the E92, man, this car absolutely drinks gas, but I feel like it would drink less gas if it didn't sound as good. I feel like that's a big thing. We got a really nice MR2 right there, by the way. Shout out to my boy Jalen. If you're watching this, he knows. I've always wanted to put these wheels on the car. I think they suit it so well. I don't have a lot of suspension work done to the car. It just has some lowering springs on it, so it doesn't have the best fitment, but if you guys get spacers on these are definitely a good wheel option for your E9X, especially if you lower it. They're 18, so you can get a lot of tire, get some really good grip while you're driving.
Hi guys, today we'll be reviewing my E92. Yeah.
Alright guys, so we did make it to the North Georgia mountains. We're at this, what used to be a restaurant. As far as performance goes, again though, the car is completely catless. It's got a Bomiz exhaust, it's got H&R Sport lowering springs, and I'm gonna pop the hood for you guys, not because there's anything fancy under here, but because you deserve to see this German V8 S65 stock airbox. Nothing fancy, but yeah, let's get one last good look at it. Okay, so I did make a very, very bad mistake. I left my head mount at home by accident when we were recording the cold start video. So Jackie, luckily I brought her, or else we would be wasting our time. She's gonna help us record. She's gonna record me talking. You guys are still gonna hear the car and everything. You're still gonna get the same vibe. Unfortunately, it just won't be this point of view, but let's go ahead and get straight into it. All right, man, so we're up here in the North Georgia mountains. Roll the windows up a little bit. There's a lot of cars out today. So one of the things I love about this car is, the biggest thing is the steering on this car. This is the last generation of BMWs that has hydraulic steering. So every car after this has got complete electric steering. A lot of people, I'm starting to notice, their first BMW is an F chassis. Mine was an E chassis. If your first BMW was an F chassis, that is equivalent to being born after the year 2000 in BMW terms. You just don't get it. We got GTR, R8. It's a nice day up here in the North Georgia mountains, but the hydraulic steering on this car is absolutely amazing. So you get a lot of feedback from the road. The car still feels very analog, and the steering is very heavy without being electronically assisted. So that's the biggest thing about the newer cars, is the steering is assisted, so the weight that you feel, it's very artificial. A lot of Porsches out today. I mean, the sound of this car just speaks for itself. I feel like that's a big reason a lot of people buy them, is for the sound. I mean, how could you not? Another thing that's amazing about this car, it's so hard. It's so hard to stay focused when you see a straightaway and you have an 8,700 RPM V8. But another thing that is so enjoyable about this car is the power band. So in these newer M cars, one of the biggest things is the power. It's all down low, and especially if you have an F80 and you don't have an all-wheel drive car, when you're coming out of a turn, you got all that torque, you're not getting any traction. This car has unlimited traction. So that's part of the thing that makes the driving experience so enjoyable, is when you come out of the curve, you can just hammer this thing first gear. I mean, you shouldn't be in first gear, but you could hammer it in first if you wanted to. Second gear, we got another BMW M2. It's BMW day today. BMW and Porsche day. The big thing that's enjoyable is the power band. The way the torque comes on, with this being a naturally aspirated car, all of the power is going to be at the top of the RPM range, right? So you combine a naturally aspirated high revving V8 with hydraulic steering. This car doesn't have too much technology. It looks good. It sounds good. What's there not to like, right? So some of the biggest things with this car, some of the biggest downsides, unfortunately, are reliability. I don't know if you can see that, but unfortunately, we are driving around with the check engine light today. Of course, it's due to emissions components, but a lot of times when you have a check engine light in this car, it is not due to emission stuff. It's actually due to you having a problem. So the biggest downside of this car is, to be completely honest with you, these engines are solid, right? So if you replace the rod bearings, the engines are, I mean, they're not gonna fail. You can replace the bearings and you can just keep driving the car and just keep replacing the bearings and nothing's ever gonna happen, right? Every other car, like, eventually something's gonna give out. I feel like if you do a couple of major things, the engine itself will be bulletproof, but you've gotta think, there is a lot of other parts of a vehicle besides the engine. These cars leak a lot of oil, and they are approaching 20 years of age, which gives you an immense amount of electrical issues. I mean, We're talking about things like headlight wiring. Most of these cars have adaptive xenon headlights, which to get a new one costs over $1,000 even in 2025. And to get a used one on eBay that may have the same problem in a year or two is still gonna be $400 or $500. We've got things like footwell modules, electronics inside the car. Another common thing is amplifiers going out in the trunk. I mean, these cars have got a lot of electrical issues. They've got some very expensive engine issues that you have got to address. So I know for a lot of people, that's gonna raise some questions, right? Is it worth it? Is it worth buying this car if you're going to constantly be dealing with reliability issues? To me, I personally believe that the driving experience, as you can see, while we're taking these curves, using no brakes whatsoever, right? The driving experience in this car, it makes up for the reliability. And I know that that is a bold statement. I understand. I will tell you, in all honesty, you can buy one of these as a daily, but you have got to get one with low mileage. Do not buy one that has a ton of miles on it and expect it to be a good daily driver. Reason being, I mean, my car has had pretty much everything go wrong with it that can go wrong with it. So now I'm happy with the car because there's really not too much else that I need to fix. As far as all the maintenance on this car, I have replaced the rod bearings, we did the valve covers, we did the throttle actuators, which is another big failure point. That's a wear and tear item on these cars. So once you replace everything, or if you buy one that has actual receipts for all of these things being done, this is a very good car, right? You've got a 4-liter V8. Some of the most enjoyable cars to drive are high revving, naturally aspirated cars. We're currently in a world full of turbocharged vehicles, right? So getting something like this, it really takes you back in time. You don't have to worry when you're driving this car on your way to work, if you do a pull in 3rd gear, are you gonna go to jail? Like, that's the problem. In my G80, if I get on it and I stay on it, we're gonna be going 100 miles an hour in a 45. I can rev this car all the way out to the red line and only be breaking the law a little bit, right? But let's take this thing for a drive. Let's get some more sound clips, see what you guys think. You let me know, would you buy an E92 M3? All right, so we're about to head downhill, which is my favorite thing to do on this road.
right, chat, we're experiencing brake fade currently. Yeah, we're gonna chill. One thing I will say about this car, as far as the performance, the stock brakes in this car, they're not really the best if you plan on tracking. I know part of it's on me to like manage my brakes effectively, but when I come up here, when I've came in my F80, when I've came in my G80, which are much heavier, the brakes on that car do not fade like they do in this one. I feel like after just a couple passes up and down the mountain, or a couple laps on the track, you're gonna be experiencing some brake fade with the stock pads. So that's definitely something to look into upgrading if you plan on tracking the car. If you don't drive like a maniac, you'll probably be fine, but yeah, that's one downside is the stock brakes. They are not the best.
All right, y'all, so we made it to the bottom of the mountain. I had a lot of fun recording that part, of course. Drove a little bit crazy, got a little bit crazy for you guys. But yeah, like I was saying before, the stock brakes on this car, they're not very good. Like, bro, what are those? But on a serious note, everything else about the car, the suspension, the way it handles, I think the power that the car comes with stock is pretty good as well. This is a very, very, very fun car to drive, right? And we talked a little bit about it while we were in the car, but of course, one of the biggest things with any car is going to be reliability. So you got to kind of make a pros and a cons list, right, when you're looking at this car. These cars are all over the place as far as price goes. You can find one that has really low miles and has all of the maintenance done, and it'll be like $50,000 or $60,000. You can find one that has high miles and no maintenance done, and it'll be $20,000, right? So there's a very, very, very wide range of prices. You've got to decide when you're looking at these cars, do you want to buy one knowing that you're going to have to replace several $1,000s worth of stuff? Take all those things into consideration when you're looking at these, when you're budgeting for one. Even if the previous owner has receipts for the rod bearings and the throttle actuators, you still need to account for the fact that that may be something that you need to replace. Because in my case, I had to replace my rod bearings 40,000 miles after they were done the first time, which is not supposed to happen. Rod bearings, throttle actuators, you're gonna hear those two things a lot during E9X ownership. I think overall, I've had a few problems with this car. Sometimes I say that this car is my karma. The reason that I say that is because every other BMW that I had before it, I had zero issues, right? I had my 335, I had a little bit of a valve cover leak, that was it, replaced it. F80 had a valve cover leak, replaced that. F90 coolant tank exploded, that was it, like replaced that. This car, I feel like I've replaced the whole car. So sometimes I feel like it was my karma, right? Like I did too good with those other BMWs, so now the universe had to give me one that was a little bit chopped. But it's okay. This car overall has been good, and it's really, really, really fun to drive. It's hard not to enjoy it. The sound of this thing is wicked. You can pick one of these up in good condition with good maintenance records, in my opinion, for $25,000 to $28,000. I think you're getting a lot of car for that price. I think that for 25 grand, there really is not too many better options out there. But yeah, let me know if you guys feel like I missed anything. I will show you guys one little thing as well. We're gonna invade Jackie's space a little bit. And this is another funny thing with all E9Xs. So this one works. It works in slow motion. Like if it comes out quickly and crisp, like that means your E92 is good, right? This one over here, nah, that one don't work. You gotta dig in there. Don't be a girl and have to get this. You're gonna break your nail. You gotta dig in there and get that one out. So cup holder test for the E9X, I passed 1 out of 2. All right, but yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. I had a lot of fun recording this. I always like coming to the mountains. I really enjoy driving this car. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you have any questions that I didn't answer about the E9X, I'd be more than happy to answer them. I have had this car for 3 years. Again, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Definitely subscribe because I got a lot more stuff coming. But yeah, this has been your boy Dolo, and I'm out.